We always talk about unintended consequences.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the unintended consequences that you would see, or that maybe we've already seen? Because colleges and universities really have to grapple with the appropriate ways to balance free speech, but also protecting students. And I get slightly worried sometimes that this might open up where we have harmful, hateful hate speech coming out.
Sure.
So I guess what would you say to that?
So first of all, this bill only applies to higher education. So we're talking about community colleges, and universities. We're not talking about minors being involved. These are all young adults. I taught political science at Missouri State for several years, and I have certainly heard some hateful things being said on campus by all sides. I think it could be argued successfully that the answer to bad speech is more speech, not shutting it down. Furthermore, I think that in some cases, some of the most extreme groups in our midst, one of the best things we can do for society, and forgive me for being less than delicate, is to allow these clowns to be recognized for exactly what they are. And I think that's true across the spectrum. So I hear people say, well, what about the KKK club? What are we going to do about them? If the university system, higher education, is not the arena for ideas, no matter how good or bad, to be heard and rise and fall based upon their own merits, if that's not the arena, where is?
All right. Well, I would push back a little, and especially when you talk about minors. Community colleges actually do allow minors on the campus.
Certainly.
So, we do have minors going to
certainly.
community colleges.
You're right. There are dual credit students. That's absolutely the case. That's not the concern here in the sense that the vast majority of those students are not part of these organizations. However, simply because they're dual credit, they're only there for a little while and then they go back to high school. But I can see your point.
Yep. And then also, having organizations like the KKK,
sure.
That is
abhorrent.
Harmful to a lot of different people.
It's abhorrent. It absolutely is. And this bill does absolutely nothing to protect an organization when they cross the line into criminality.
What's that line?
That line, well, it's codified in law. So when they cross over into criminality, this bill doesn't protect anything. But I think it also could be successfully argued, and has been for a few hundred years, that if the First Amendment does not protect abhorrent speech, it doesn't protect any speech at all.
All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen.